What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the San Diego Padres versus St. Louis Cardinals Major League Baseball matchup going down Monday, April 1st, 2024. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. If you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure that you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this one between the San Diego Padres and the St. Louis Cardinals. And the San Diego Padres coming into this one with Matt Waldron getting the start in this one, while the St. Louis Cardinals will send Kyle Gibson to the mound. Gibson making his Cardinals debut in this game after a solid season last year with the Baltimore Orioles. It'll be his fourth team in his career, fifth team in his career, fourth in the last 5 years. After spending some time in Philadelphia and Texas, and most recently Philadelphia and Baltimore. Baltimore last season went 15-9 with a 4.73 ERA. The thing about Kyle Gibson, though, is that year in and year out, I would say what you can trust Gibson for is to be a guy that gives you, a decent amount of innings pitched. I mean, 160, 170 last year. He had 192 innings, third most innings in a season in his career. And he's usually good to give you around a high 4, low 5 ERA. I think that's just what Kyle Gibson is. But and instead, he's also a starter that I think you can rely on to be a fairly consistent 4 or 5 in your rotation. The thing I didn't love about Gibson last year, even though he did win 15 games, was that he was vaulted fairly high in Baltimore's rotation. A lot of that was because of necessity with injuries to certain pitchers. John Means was injured for the better part of the season. There were just guys that had to pop in and out of the lineup, and for better or worse, I mean, even though the Baltimore Orioles won 101 games last year, this was still a fairly, a bit of a patchwork rotation that was kind of held together by duct tape, but they still managed to get the job done. And Kyle Gibson, like I said, now that he's in St. Louis with a fairly solid lineup behind him, not that he didn't have that in Baltimore, but he goes to another team with a solid lineup and one that underperformed last year, and I think is going to be, due to regress in a positive direction. But I also think it's going to help Gibson that he's not forced to be in those higher, higher pressures and higher leverage spots in that rotation. If the lineups, if the rotations line up the same, he'll go against other 4 and 5 starters in other teams' rotations. I think Gibson will be able to give the St. Louis Cardinals the starting pitching edge in a lot of those matchups. And I think that he gives them one here. I'm not a Matt Waldron fan, even though Waldron pitched well in his last few starts last year. He gave up just 5 runs over his final 3 starts, spanning 17 innings of work. But again, we've always seen the Padres be a bit overvalued. They earned a split of their series against the San Francisco Giants with a 13-4 win on Sunday. But even with this being a quick turnaround for the St. Louis Cardinals off of Sunday Night Baseball, going into Petco on Monday, I still think the Cardinals are the better team here. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals on the road here. I trust Kyle Gibson in a spot like this. I just think that, like I said, I think the Padres are going to be a team that I fade early and often this season. So give me the St. Louis Cardinals in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. While you're Pick Dawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. And while you're at our YouTube channel, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pick Dawgz. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.